Are you frustrated with endless diets that promise the world but deliver nothing but disappointment? Have you spent countless dollars on miracle weight loss products, only to see the number on the scale refuse to budge? Do you find yourself trapped in a cycle of restriction and binging, feeling like you're fighting a losing battle against your own body? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. I've been there, and I know how demoralizing it can be. Let's face it, the weight loss industry is built on our failures. Did you know that according to the National Institutes of Health, a staggering 95% of diets fail, and most people regain lost weight within 1 to 5 years? It's a disheartening statistic, isn't it? But here's where things get interesting. Despite these odds, I managed to lose 10% of my body fat. And the kicker? I did it without starving myself, without spending hours in the gym, and without turning my life upside down. So, what's really going on here? Why do so many of us struggle with weight loss, despite our best efforts? The problem isn't you. It's the toxic diet culture we've been force-fed for years. Let me give you an example. My own mother, at 70 years old, still doesn't know how to prepare a truly balanced meal. And it's not her fault. We're constantly bombarded with conflicting information, miracle solutions, and extreme approaches that are not only unsustainable but often downright harmful. Think about it. How many times have you seen ads promising lose 10 pounds in 10 days? Or melt fat away with this one weird trick? These messages are everywhere, from social media to magazine covers. And let's not forget the army of self-proclaimed experts and influencers, each pushing their own brand of foolproof weight loss plan. These gurus often overcomplicate weight loss, insisting you need a complete lifestyle overhaul. They'll tell you to cut out entire food groups, follow complicated meal plans, or adhere to strict eating windows. And don't forget the products. The specialties, supplements, and meal replacements that promise to melt fat away effortlessly. It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the real kicker. They claim you need iron willpower to succeed. That if you fail, it's because you weren't disciplined enough or didn't want it badly enough. It's a recipe for failure, frustration, and a whole lot of self-blame. I fell into this trap myself. I tried it all. The juice cleanses, the low-carb diets, the intense workout regimens. And you know what? I was miserable. I'd lose some weight, sure, but I couldn't sustain it. The restrictions would become too much, and I'd find myself binging on all the foods I'd been denying myself. It was a vicious cycle, and my weight yo-yoed up and down for years. But then something changed. Through a combination of research, trial and error, and guidance from nutrition professionals, I discovered a revolutionary truth. Sustainable fat loss doesn't require suffering. In fact, the path to lasting change is paved with small, strategic adjustments that add up to significant results over time. I know it sounds too good to be true. I was skeptical at first too. But the proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the body fat percentage. By implementing 5 simple tweaks to my diet and lifestyle, I managed to lose 10% of my body fat. And the best part? I did it without feeling deprived, without grueling workouts, and without appending my entire life. Are you ready to discover these game-changing strategies? Let's dive in. 1. Ditch the liquid calories. This first tweak was a real eye-opener for me. I used to start every morning with a large vanilla latte from Starbucks. It was my little treat, my way of easing into the day. What I didn't realize was that this seemingly innocent habit was sabotaging my progress before I'd even really begun. Here's the shocking truth. Some coffee drinks can pack up to 420 calories. That's right, 420 calories in a single drink. To put that into perspective, that's about the same amount of calories as a full meal. In fact, it's almost equivalent to the entire daily calorie deficit you need to lose weight steadily and sustainably. But it's not just about the calories. Many of these drinks are loaded with sugar, which can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. When you start your day with a sugar bomb, you're setting yourself up for energy crashes and increased hunger later on. So, what's the solution? I'm not saying you need to give up your beloved coffee. Instead, try switching to black coffee, unsweetened tea, or water infused with fresh fruits for flavor. If you can't imagine life without your latte, consider making it at home with unsweetened almond milk and a small amount of natural sweetener. You'll slash the calories and sugar content while still enjoying a tasty treat. This simple change alone can create a significant calorie deficit without you feeling like you're on a diet. And the best part? You might find that you actually prefer these lighter options once you get used to them. I know I did. 2. Embrace low-calorie density foods. The next tweak is all about getting more bang for your caloric buck. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to mindlessly munch through a bag of chips, but how challenging it would be to eat the same volume in carrots? That's the power of low-calorie density foods. Low-calorie density foods are those that have few calories relative to their weight or volume. They're typically high in water and fiber, which means they fill you up without adding a ton of calories to your daily intake. Plus, because they're often less processed, your body actually burns more calories digesting them. It's a win-win situation. Here are some of my favorite low-calorie density foods that have become staples in my diet. Skyr. This Icelandic yogurt is packed with protein and has a creamy texture that's incredibly satisfying. Berries. Not only are they low in calories, but they're also loaded with antioxidants and fiber. Leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and other greens are nutritional powerhouses that add volume to your meals without many calories. Lean proteins. Chicken breast, turkey, and fish are excellent options that keep you full. Oats. They're filling, versatile, and great for steady energy throughout the day. Eggs. Packed with nutrients and protein, eggs are a low-calorie option that can be prepared in countless ways. Potatoes. Contrary to popular belief, potatoes can be part of a healthy diet. They're filling and nutritious when prepared properly. Peas. These little green powerhouses are high in protein and fiber, and they go with almost anything. By filling your plate with these types of foods, you can eat a larger volume of food while consuming fewer calories overall. This strategy helps you feel satisfied and full, reducing the likelihood of overeating or snacking on less nutritious options. 3. Don't fear carbs, but watch the fats. This next tweak might be controversial, but hear me out. If you've been following diet trends over the past few decades, you've probably heard that carbs are the enemy. Low-carb and keto diets have been all the rage, promising rapid weight loss if you just cut out the bread, pasta, and fruit. But here's the thing. Carbs aren't inherently bad. In fact, they're our body's preferred source of energy. Fruits and vegetables, which are incredibly nutritious and beneficial for weight loss, are primarily carbs. The problem isn't carbs themselves, but rather the types and quantities of carbs many of us consume. On the flip side, while healthy fats are an essential part of a balanced diet, they're also the most calorie-dense macronutrient. 1 gram of fat contains 9 calories, compared to 4 calories in a gram of carbs or protein. This means that fatty foods can quickly push you over your calorie budget, even in small amounts. So, what's the solution? Instead of vilifying carbs, focus on choosing complex, nutrient-dense carbohydrates like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. These foods provide essential nutrients, fiber, and sustained energy. At the same time, be mindful of your fat intake. Aim to get about 30% of your daily calories from healthy fat sources like avocados, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish. Here are some practical tips. Swap deep-fried foods for baked or air-fried alternatives. Choose lean cuts of meat over fattier options. Use cooking sprays or small amounts of oil when cooking. Read labels on packaged foods. Many low-fat options are high in sugar and calories. Remember, this doesn't mean you can never enjoy a slice of pizza or a handful of chips again. The key is moderation and being mindful of your overall intake. 4. Time your last meal wisely. The fourth tweak is all about when you eat, not just what you eat. Have you ever noticed how you tend to get snacky in the evening, even if you've had a full dinner? There's a reason for that, and it's not just boredom or habit. When we eat close to bedtime, it can interfere with our body's natural rhythms and processes. Our bodies are designed to use the nighttime hours for rest, repair, and restoration, not for digesting a heavy meal. Eating late can lead to poor sleep quality, which in turn can affect our hunger hormones and metabolism the next day. So, what's the solution? I found that eating my last meal about 3 hours before my planned bedtime made a significant difference. For me, with a typical bedtime of 10 p.m., this meant finishing dinner by 7 p.m. This strategy helps in several ways. 1. It allows your body time to properly digest your meal before you lie down, potentially improving sleep quality. 2. It can help regulate your hunger hormones, making you less likely to wake up ravenous the next morning. 3. It puts a natural end to your eating window, reducing the likelihood of late-night snacking. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I get hungry in the evening. And that's okay. If you find yourself genuinely hungry, opt for a small protein-rich snack. A bit of Greek yogurt with berries or a small handful of nuts can satisfy your hunger without overloading your system. It's important to note that this strategy might not work for everyone. Some people, particularly those with certain medical conditions or irregular work schedules, might need to eat closer to bedtime. As always, listen to your body and consult with a healthcare professional if you're unsure. 5. Prioritize protein. The final tweak, and possibly the most impactful, is all about protein. Now, when I say protein, you might be picturing huge guys at the gym chugging protein shakes. But trust me, adequate protein intake is crucial for everyone, especially when you're trying to lose fat. Here's why protein is so important. 1. It helps preserve muscle mass during weight loss. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body might start breaking down muscle for energy. Adequate protein intake helps prevent this. 2. It's the most satiating macronutrient. This means it keeps you feeling full longer, reducing the likelihood of overeating. 3. It has a higher thermic effect than carbs or fats. Your body actually burns more calories digesting protein than it does digesting carbs or fats. So, how much protein do you need? While individual needs can vary, a good general guideline is to aim for about 0.75 to 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For an average woman, this translates to about 45 to 55 grams of protein daily. Here are some of my favorite protein sources. Chicken and turkey breast, 27 g per 100 g. Greek yogurt, 10 g per 100 g. Skyr, 11 g per 100 g. Salmon and other fatty fish, 20 g per 100 g. Eggs, 13 g per 100 g. Lean beef, 26 g per 100 g. Tofu, 8 g per 100 g. Lentils, 9 g per 100 g. If you're struggling to meet your protein needs through food alone, a high-quality protein powder can be a convenient option. Just be sure to choose one with minimal added sugars and artificial ingredients. By implementing these 5 tweaks, ditching liquid calories, embracing low-calorie density foods, balancing carbs and fats, timing my last meal, and prioritizing protein, I achieved what had previously seemed impossible. I lost 10% of my body fat without feeling deprived, without grueling workouts, and without turning my life upside down. So, are you ready to transform your body and your relationship with food? Here's what I want you to do. 1. Start with just one of these tweaks this week. Maybe swap out your morning latte for a black coffee, or add an extra serving of protein to your lunch. Small changes add up over time. 2. Pay attention to how you feel. Are you less hungry? Do you have more energy? These non-scale victories are just as important as any changes in your weight. 3. Be patient and kind to yourself. Sustainable change takes time. This isn't a race. It's about making lasting improvements to your health and well-being. 4. Share your experiences. Comment below with which tweak you'll try first, or share your own sustainable fat loss tip. Your story might be just what someone else needs to hear to start their own journey. 5. Don't go it alone. Subscribe to this channel for more evidence-based, no-nonsense health advice. Together, we can ditch the diet myths and embrace a healthier, happier lifestyle. Remember, you don't need to overhaul your entire life to see results. Small, consistent changes can lead to big transformations. You've got this, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. So, what will your first tweak be? Let me know in the comments, and let's start this journey together. Here's to your health, your happiness, and your success.